Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be speaking with you all today. My name is Aiden, and I'm a vascular surgery resident physician at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. It's been the greatest privilege to be Eric's mentor for the last 8 years. And with that, I had the great responsibility of pushing him, even when he didn't want to. When we started at Apex, he would always be shy, and I would encourage him to speak up. When he didn't, I relied on the old words that I'm sure all of us hate to hear. You'd understand when you're older. When he was a teenager faced with friendship drama, I never gave him the answers. I had him figure things out for himself, and for someone ages 13 to 15, he was fantastic at it. Somewhere along the way, our relationship shifted, less so mentor-mentee, and more so just brothers. We'd encourage each other, motivate each other, and we made sure to never let the other one fall. It was summer of 2023 where I see him again, and he was, as most teenagers do, a foot taller than the last time I saw him, with curls in his hair that I swore wasn't there before, and a new confidence in his grin that can only be seen by people in their adolescent years. It became clear to me that Eric wasn't a kid anymore. Through endless conversations, meetings, and dare I say, emergency phone calls, as recent as this morning, if I might add, it was obvious that it wasn't just his physical appearance that had changed. Eric, through the years, had grown into someone who would show up early, be there for others, and who would always put his best foot forward. And Eric, you have still never disappointed me. On the topic of phone calls, I distinctly remember 2 months ago when I got a phone call from Eric. I was wrist deep in the abdomen of a patient in the operating room during surgery. And my mind goes to what probably every parent does. Is he in trouble? And what did he do this time? So I pick up the phone. I put him on speaker. Fearing for an emergency, I end up hearing the least urgent phone call to ever grace the operating room floor. Hey, Aiden, how do I make a dinner reservation? It's good to know that there are still some things that this old mentor can teach you. Obviously, I continued the surgery, and I called him back right after. But to me, this is what mentorship is. The willingness to take the time to be there for someone, regardless of what you're doing, where you are, or how inconvenient. The middle school Eric Wren I met, the one who always kept his head down, is now the man of the hour. And he'll soon be sharing, very confidently I might add, his story in the room of New York's finest. Eric, this night is for you. You have stepped into every door. And while I might have thrown you through some of them, you have made the most of every opportunity and every gift you were given. I am so proud of the man you've become. Let's learn a little bit more about Eric, shall we?
当我看到现在的 Eric， 我想到一个词是改变
Someone that's really brave.
Dedicated.
，resilient,
Disciplined.
kind。我感觉以前的 Eric 和现在的 Eric 很不一样，很不一样。In elementary school we fight a lot。那些时间多，因为我有上班，所以有时候顾及不到他。以前 Eric 是跟我说话不会说上2、3句的。那时候真的很关系非常的糟糕。他对学习，他对事物不是那么感兴趣，跟同学之间也是相处的不是那么好。我希望他来 IPEX， 很惊讶，因为我根本没有想到Eric 会有一个 mentor， 会有一个大哥哥来陪伴他。
I still remember him being very shy. He wouldn't look me in the eye. I would ask him questions. He would give me one-word responses. from that moment forward, I wanted to get him to open up.
第一次跟 Aiden 见面的时候，我觉得 Aiden 很谦卑 honest。看到他，我就希望 Eric 长大以后跟他一样 ，definitely like a role model。
Even though it was hard to get him to open up, once he found common ground, it just grew from there. Just having someone there who would be willing to listen and take their time out of their day for you meant the world to me. So I made sure to do that a lot with Eric.
他参加 IPEX 后，慢慢的，我发现了他更愿意分享了，跟我去交流说，哦，妈妈这件事情怎么这样子做可不可以？那样子做可不可以？有什么需要给我一点意见吗？或干嘛？我认为有 Aiden 在中间当个桥梁，真的好多。
Slowly but surely, he starts talking to me about making new friends, about joining clubs, about doing extracurricular things.
后面慢慢的，我理解他，然后他也站在我的角度也去理解我作为一个父母，希望他长大以后会变成什么样子。Before I never imagined he would become this kind of person. I just want to say I'm so proud of him.
It's been wonderful seeing him grow, and being able to be there for him has been one of the biggest privileges in my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming my mentee, my friend, my brother, a gentleman who I'm certain will change the world for the better, Mr. Eric Ren.
Wow. Oh my God, this is a lot of people. Oh, everyone looks so good. Wow. Good evening, everyone. My name is Eric Ren. I've been with Apex for over 8 years now, and I'm currently a freshman at Hunter College. I am truly honored to share my journey with you all tonight. I was born in Bushwick, Brooklyn. My parents worked long hours, my mom as a health attendant, and my dad as a chef. So I got used to taking care of myself and play by myself until they came home. By the time I was in 3rd grade and my little sister was born, I had many roles. I was the obedient son, the older brother, and the family translator. My parents didn't speak English fluently, so I had to read the mail, make the phone calls, and send out emails using words and phrases I barely understood at the time, words I thought sounded impressive and professional, such as sincerely or to whom this may concern. I was moving through life like a robot, always listening to what my parents demanded of me. But this burden of responsibility led me to bottle up my emotions and, in a way, resent my parents' high expectations. And by the end of 5th grade, I was burned out and failing my classes. During this time, my mom and I fought every day. These arguments, along with my poor performance in school, took a heavy toll on my self-esteem. I was angry all the time, and I felt like I was drowning, trying to keep my head above water. And that very same year, my mom signed me up for Apex. Apex became a place where I could breathe. It was a place where I got to learn how to play soccer and learn how to build robots. A place where I wasn't just the responsible son or the kid who failed 5th grade. I was just Eric. And when I met my mentor, Aiden, for the first time, I started to see a glimpse of who I could become. Aiden is the one Asian cousin your parents will compare you to. The second, sorry, Aiden. The second you get a B in your class. He's a black belt in Taekwondo, a former model, and and a vascular surgeon. You know, not that big of a deal. We first met during COVID. I was starting 8th grade, and Aiden was starting medical school. Just two awkward faces on a screen. I sat in the bedroom I shared with my parents at the time, trying to talk quietly. But on the other side, there was Aiden, calm, thoughtful, and charismatic. He asked me about my feelings, something I never really thought of before. And in that moment, I felt seen. We finally met in person at a boba shop, of all places, and Aiden wanted to treat me to a drink. He told me not to worry about the price, and honestly, I was shocked. I would have never considered buying a drink other than water, because I was always worried about wasting my parents' hard-earned income. However, Aiden bought it for me anyways, without making me feel self-conscious, and he made me feel like what I wanted mattered. When I started high school, I remember something Aiden always said. Sometimes you have to step into confidence before you feel it. So I put myself out there, started conversations with classmates about their doodlings, and bonded over teachers that traumatized us. And every time Apex staff would ask someone to share out, Aiden would kick me under the table and force me to raise my hand. The look on my face every time back then displayed utter betrayal. But now, I realized it was just Aiden believing in me. And my sophomore year, I no longer needed to step into confidence. I had grown into it. Despite my growth throughout the years, I still struggled in my relationship with my parents. My mom and I still constantly fought, screaming and arguing all the time. Our relationship was reaching a boiling point. I wanted to be treated more like an adult, but in her eyes, I was still that angry 8-year-old kid. Junior year, I was out with a friend when my mom called. I had told her I was studying with Aiden. When I was actually out exploring Fifth Avenue. She asked to talk to Aiden, and I panicked. I called Aiden and asked him, "Hey, can you tell my mom I'm studying with you?" Aiden was my hero. Surely he'd help me cover this up. Aiden said no. He went on to say, "I want you to think long and hard about the type of person you want to become." So on the train ride home, I ended up feeling so many different emotions. Why did Aiden refuse to help me? And why can't my mom see that I've grown up? But I've come to realize Aiden was holding me accountable of my values of trust and honesty, reminding me that my mom was someone in my life who cared, someone who values and worries about my safety. I hadn't realized how much I needed that reminder. So I decided to come clean to her. And that marked a moment of change in our relationship. I chose not to be angry and frustrated, but to finally open up and communicate my needs to her. Through Apex, I got to experience things that expanded the ways I view myself and the choices I make, helping me become the sincere and confident person I am today. Even now, in college, I volunteer at Apex events with the youth, and I'm so excited for my little sister to finally join Apex next year. I come back to Apex because there's something powerful about being in a space where you feel known, where kindness is normal, and where people genuinely care. Ignite isn't just about the spark that starts your own fire. It's about choosing to keep others warm once your fire is burning, illuminating their path and refusing to let them walk alone. For that, thank you to all of the supporters in this room and beyond for making a journey like mine possible. You all believed in me before I knew how to believe in myself. Thank you to Aiden, to the Apex staff, and the community for your bright smiles and warm hearts. Shy third grade Eric would have never imagined standing before you all with my head held high, telling my story. And finally, to my mom and dad, Mama, Papa, 请你们站起来一下。I now understand that you guys pushing me to be the best version of myself was your way of saying, I love you. Thank you, Dad, for all the long hours you work to provide for our family. Thank you, Mom, for worrying about whether I have eaten enough, that I'm safe, and for still showing up even when we fought. I am truly grateful for how much our relationship has grown throughout the years. 谢谢你们陪着我长大，我爱死你们了。Thank you for raising me. I love you guys. Thank you, Apex, and have a great night.